This is Francisco Trinaldo versus Dwight Grant. And I guess, AJ, because I didn't see it this way, but according to the verdict, according to the global scorecard, which is what we use these things for to kind of get an assessment, a baseline of where we should be at, verdict scored this fight an even draw, 28.04 to 28.04 for Trinaldo and Grant. However, when we talk about a split decision that took place because of a point that was taken away because of an eye poke from Trinaldo to Grant, I believe, if I'm pretty sure, it was like a little more decisive than that. I don't have the numbers off the top of my head, but it was like a 30-27. I'm pretty sure that they gave to Trinaldo. That was the deciding factor. Listen, man, I can't help but to root for Dwight Grant. I'm a big fan of the guy. I'm just not seeing the wacky, the wonky style have its success in the octagon, right? And Trinaldo, he did what Andrei Arlovski basically just did to Felipe, right? Where he just did the veteran thing. He just stayed busy, stayed on the volume, just kept on him, disrupted timing, disrupted rhythm. What do you think about this verdict scorecard? Did you see it that way? And then let's talk about the performance, man.
Yeah, it's hard because this one, man, Trinaldo was literally just walking down the entire time while Grant was trying to get the counter shots. And that wonky style works if you can connect. Yeah. And Grant just wasn't connecting off the back foot. It's hard to see. Man, this one, I actually had to go back and rewatch this one because I was like, how in the world did this dude still win? And sometimes the judges just give it to you off of pressure. If you're just controlling the pressure and there's not really many big shots landed the entire time, they'll give it to you. They'll give you the round 10-9 like that. But I feel like he just wasn't landing. He was landing more. He was more efficient. He had the more volume. But Grant, I felt like had the more impactful shots going forward. And I had this one scored for Grant as well. I didn't think he had it. Don't get me wrong. I do think Trinaldo won a couple of the rounds. I think he definitely won the first one, but I gave the second and the third, especially with a point deduction, to Grant going forward. So I had a 29-28. 29-27, however you score that, math. But yeah, man, this was crazy. It's crazy to see. And I guess, verdicts saw it the same way, but yeah, man, judges are a different thing.
Absolutely, man. And that's kind of the thing with Dwight Grant is what you'll see a lot of the times is I don't think it's a good optic for the judges when you're skating across the cage, when you're being forced with the pressure so much to where you're running into the cage and you don't even notice. You're like, oh shit, the cage, you know what I'm saying? And you keep going around. So yeah, Trinaldo, man. But like I said, it's just that veteran IQ. The man is like 42, 43 years old. So it's another ageless wonder we have here where I'm like, listen, man, you got the win over Jay Herbert. I don't know if he dropped his last one or not, or if he's coming off of that win. But either way, he's just dismantling these young guns like it's nobody's business, man. And Dwight Grant, he's 37. He's not a young gun, but I will say he's a prospect that people have a lot of high hopes for. So this is also the first win for Trinaldo at welterweight, man. This dude had a long storied career, a lot of success at lightweight in the UFC and in MMA in general, but moves to 17-7 in the UFC, AJ. That's nearing the 2021 wins that the Jim Millers of the world have, of the Tim Elliott's and things of that nature. So shout out to Masarenduba, man. Francisco Trinaldo. We can move on to the next one.